Welcome to Discussions with Dianna, brought to you by the Publishing Club of Laguna Woods. I am your host, Dianna Bolin. Today's guest is Loretta Shepard. Loretta was honored as Woman of the Year in Laguna Woods by the OC Supervisor Katrina Foley in the 4th Annual Women Making a Difference Awards. I quote from the article. At the remarkable age of 91, Loretta Shepard of Laguna Woods continues to volunteer her time across numerous organizations, enriching the lives of others and fostering a sense of community. Loretta Shepard's unwavering dedication to volunteering with Meals on Wheels for over 21 years, along with her generosity in donating funds to alleviate hunger in the village, underscores her compassionate spirit and commitment to ensuring no one here in the community goes hungry. As a leader in her community, Loretta Shepard founded the Funtastics Travel Club to organize enjoyable day trips for residents while also promoting culture and creativity. She also has assumed roles in various dance clubs and art clubs here in the village, showcasing her commitment to fostering a vibrant neighborhood in Laguna Woods Village. Please welcome Loretta Shepard.
Hi, everyone.
Loretta, I'm thoroughly impressed by you. Oh my goodness, your volunteerism, your dedication, your well-being of others, a long life touched by both losses and miracles. What keeps you going?
Well, I love people, and I love working with people in positive directions to promote what they're talented at, what they love to do, what they want to do, and I just get a wonderful feeling of working with people in many, many directions.
Many directions. I mean, I made and this does not include all of them. First of all, you were on the trading post.
Yes, when it was just, I called it a little trailer. When I moved here June of 2000, and it was over by Clubhouse 1, and was just a tiny little, looked like a handmade building. Yeah. And we did the trading post from there in the beginning. But I was with the Keyboard Concerts, president of the Keyboard Concerts.
Oh, that's what it was, yes.
President of the Square Dance Club. Mm-hmm. When the two men that were the MCs for the Aquadette shows, they were husbands of the Aquadettes, when they retired, they auditioned for new people, and I was one of the one that auditioned, and I was the one that got the part for the Aquadette shows to be the MC, and I had a wonderful musical star, Beverly Breemers, that was working with us in Theater Guild. I was in Theater Guild for about 10 years here, singing and dancing away on stage at Clubhouse 3. Mm-hmm. So we did that. It was just terrific. And then I became president of the Chicago Club later on, and developed that club because when I started, no one wanted to be president of it. I think we had less than 100 people, and so I was president for 3 years, and we built it up to over 300. Now it's one of the largest, fabulous clubs here.
And again, thank you for your service. And I always learn something when I talk to guests prior to the show, and I have to giggle because you said that you'd done flamingo dancing.
Flamenco.
Maybe that was my mistake. Yeah, but so
with
I
Googled.
Castanets. I Googled that online, and I think we've got a clip here. I came up with dancing birds.
I didn't even know that.
Yes.
I was a flamenco dancer. I didn't even know the birds dance.
Yeah, and then I typed in again, and I got a mail doing the clipping.
Wow, that's something.
Yeah, it was. So what possessed you to get into flamenco dancing?
Well, I always loved dancing, and I remember my kids used to laugh at me all the time because when I did housework, I always had music going. So whether I was scrubbing floors or dusting, I was dancing and doing all those things. So wherever there was music and wherever they were having classes, I went to join. So I did ballroom, I did tap dancing, flamenco, clogging.
Oh my goodness.
Clogging, that was the hardest of all. So I loved music. I've always loved music, and I love to move with music. So that's how I got involved in different forms of dancing.
Yes. Oh, that's wonderful. And that, and although dancing is a very, very hard on your body, it also helps you stay fit.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, and just music. Music, when I hear music, I want to move.
Yeah, well, that's good. Absolutely. So when we talked before the show, you said, I guard my body. My body is my life. I work on keeping myself healthy. What advice would you give to someone in their 80s?
Well, I think it's important to use your mind. Find an interest. I mean, whether it's like I play mahjong, it's a great way to keep your mind moving. When I see articles and events going on that catch my mind, I go to them. I just think it's important to find interests and to be part of the interest, to keep your mind and then keeping your body moving. So we know at our age it's difficult, like getting up in the morning. And it's work. You have to really work at getting yourself going for the day. And I just think it's important because once you do, you meet wonderful people in this community. And the interests grow and you get involved more. And I think keeping busy is better for your body and your mind.
Yes, yes, it absolutely is. It absolutely is. But you're right. I mean, are there any advice you have for, or can you share how you get yourself going in the morning?
Well, one of my sisters had a health food store many years ago, and in the San Fernando Valley, and I used to run the food bar. Anyways, when she retired from it, she still kept her credentials, and she studied on every vitamin, mineral, and whatever, and she selects things that have the purest quality to it. And I'm on her list of taking so much a day. And I think that has contributed to keeping me healthy because the value of it. And I'm just not into a lot of medication. I'm into natural things. And of course, that means in foods too.
Yes, yes.
Fresh fruits and vegetables. I read labels on everything.
So do I.
I look for things that don't have a lot of preservatives and additives to it. So I think that's important for us because we live at a time now where there's so much artificial stuff.
Yes.
And I just don't believe that a lot of this artificial stuff is helpful to the body.
Well, and so I'm wondering, you've been in the woods for over 20 years. What was the turning point in your life that brought you here?
I've been here 25 years.
Oh my goodness, thanks for correcting me.
Because I moved here in 2000, June of 2000, and now it's 2025. The turning point was, I had lost my husband at an early age. My husband died at 49 of cancer, and I was a widow at 46 with 3 kids. So I had a lot of challenges in my life. And so through the years, I found when I was working and when I was doing volunteer work, I was on the 405 freeway all the time. And the congestion and the fumes from the cars, and I thought to myself, every time I got on that freeway, what am I doing? Why can't I find a place that everything is surrounding me and I don't have to challenge the day by driving to a destination? I could be right there within minutes. And so I thought about it quite a lot, but I didn't take the time to make the change yet. So it just happened in 1999, December of 1999. My two sons lived in the Antelope Valley, Palmdale, Lancaster, and I was going in December. They always had a big holiday party. And I drove everywhere at that time. So I was on the freeway going to their home. I had baked and prepared all the dishes they loved to eat, got the gifts they would love, and my car was packed, and I was in the fast lane between two mountains, and I blacked out at the steering wheel.
Oh my goodness.
And my car veered over to the right. I didn't hit any other car. Veered to the right. I hit the mountain. When I hit it, it made me start rolling. The car was rolling and rolling and rolling. It finally wound up upside down. My seatbelt was holding me in place. And through the window right in front of me of the car, this beautiful angel came through.
Ooh.
She had blonde hair and a beautiful white gown, and her arms were open to me.
Oh my.
The windshield was just filled with her presence. And in a matter of seconds, there was an ambulance, the fire department, the police were at my door. So someone on the freeway, I think, must have called it in. But if I had gone 200 more yards, I would have been in the lake.
Oh my goodness.
There was a lake there on the right. Anyways, they used the jaws of life to cut me out of the car. They took me to the Antelope Valley Hospital. They called my children. I didn't have one broken bone.
Wow.
I had nothing happen, just some skin abrasions from the glass that came through. And at that point, I said in my mind, I'm going to make this move.
To come here.
That's what made me
Wow.
want to do it. And when I finally got back home after this whole event, oh, by the way, when I was at my children's home, we called the man who had my car on his lot for insurance. I wanted to know if anything survived. So we went to his lot, and he crowbarred open the trunk of my car. All the food was in perfect condition.
Oh my goodness.
And of course, the gifts were still all wrapped.
Yeah, I think you said they were in Tupperware or something like that.
Tupperware.
Wow.
I used Tupperware, and I had a nice chest, and everything was in perfect order. It was an amazing, and to me, that was God blessing me. That's what I feel.
Yes.
I feel God has been with me for many, many things.
Yes.
So it was after that, when I came back home, I started to make arrangements to go see what Laguna Woods was like. That's when it changed from Leisure World to Laguna Woods. And I did not have a realtor in mind, but I looked, our newspaper had ads all the time. So I selected the name of a realtor who had the first name of my husband, Alan, and spelled it the same way. And I told him, I don't drive the freeways to get there. How am I going to get there? He says, don't worry, my wife and I will come and pick you up, and we'll book you at the lodge for the weekend, and I'll show you property. And that's how it all began.
So you've had angels throughout your life in some ways.
Yes, I have. Yes.
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 Oh, that's truly amazing. Gives me goosebumps.
It's wonderful. As I said, I've been very blessed.
Yes.
Very blessed.
Yes, and you seem to return those blessings to other people.
Well, I hope so. I know lots of people come to me, and they've adopted me in one way or another. I have those that have adopted me as their sister, some as their mother, some as their grandmother. But it's a wonderful feeling to be able to be with others and to help others. I feel so good when I do that.
Yes, it's obvious. And that is a way to stay healthy.
Oh, absolutely.
Is to have good, strong relationships.
I think the attitude we have is very important for our health. And I think by using a positive attitude, you help the health of your body also.
Oh, I totally agree. I totally agree. And you have you've been involved with Meals on Wheels for like 21 years?
Yes. I started that program when I moved here. I heard about it, and so I went to the senior center, the Florence Sylvester Senior Center, and that's where they put the meals together, and then people came to pick them up to deliver it. So at first, I was a delivery person. I had a partner who drove, and I actually took the food into the people. We had 12 people that we delivered to. And so I did that for many years, and then I had to have a knee replacement. So after that, I became a packer, and I'm still a packer. And then when I started my travel club, my Funtastics, the proceeds that came from my various trips, and by the way, I don't use email, I have a phone in my house that I use to plan my trips, to get my transportation, and to go and do all these things. I've been doing it for about 9-10 years.
And that's a landline.
Yes, just a landline, I do it all. And people say, why don't you get involved with all the others? Well, I said, this works for me. And if it works, why change it?
Yes.
So that's what I do.
Yeah.
And so the money, every year, I usually give big checks to Meals on Wheels. And I'm still there. Yesterday was Tuesday. Tuesday's my day there. And so my inner feeling is to make sure that no one in our community goes hungry.
That is so
And
wonderful.
I started that from the beginning, that saying. And now, of course, a lot of the organizations are doing the same thing.
Yes,
It's
yes.
wonderful,
And,
wonderful.
and even the idea of starting the Funtastics travel group was your idea.
Yes, yes.
And you've had some great trips.
Oh, I've had fabulous trips, yeah. And people call me constantly, are you going to be going here? Are you going to be going there? We want to go with you.
So are you still doing trips, or is that in your past?
Well, this part of this year now, I canceled on some of the things because I do the pageant every year, but I didn't do it this year because I started having some health issues. And I want to deal with my health issues because I want to be strong enough to do all the things that I was doing. But when you get to be 91, it's not like you're in your 70s or even your 80s. So that's what I'm working on. I'm working on my health, and I still do meals, as I said, and I still try to work with others in certain capacities and things.
And I want to highlight what you're saying, which is that you're being very mindful of how your body changing affects your ability to do things.
Yes.
And you're respecting your body and changing what you do so that you can maximize your ability to function.
That's why I do it.
Yes.
Because I want to be able to go on longer.
Yes.
And if I don't take care of my body, I won't be able to do that.
Yes.
So that's why I'm at that point in my life now.
Yes, yes. And I'm still learning the difference between like pushing through it as opposed to respecting what my body is saying to me.
Our body talks to us.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's a matter of listening.
Yes, it is. And if you don't listen, you're going to get whopped.
I would think it makes it worse. If you
Yes,
don't.
I think so too. I think so too. So you've been involved in dance and theaters and vocals, and even your voicemail is just wonderful.
Oh, I know.
Zippity-doo-dah.
In fact, before I came today, I couldn't answer the phone, so someone new had called me, and then they left a message. Yours is the most fantastic answering service I've ever heard. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made that up a long, long time ago because I wanted it to be happy.
It is zippy.
And I wanted it to be so a person would want to leave me a message, you know. And it just so happened during the history of this, I had two men, didn't know me, they called, they told me on the phone when I got their message, they told me on the phone that they made a mistake when they were dialing, and so that's how they got me. But because of my message, they stayed on because they loved the message, and they were so happy the rest of the day. And these two different men had to leave me that message to tell me what it meant to them.
Yeah. And here you are, an angel for somebody else.
Yes. Well, that's what I feel. That's what I feel.
Yes.
Yeah.
So in terms of the theater experiences, is there any particular role or performance that stands out for you?
Oh my gosh.
I know.
They all stood out.
Well, that's great.
Oh, they all stood out because each one was an individual thing. I mean, I was with the original Woodstock when they had it here. They just had one recently, you know. But I was with the original one
The play.
From Theater Guild.
Yes.
I was membership chairman of Theater Guild in the beginning till they branched off to the old pros. Each one was an individual thing, and I loved each part of, you know, doing what I did. It gave me the variety to be somebody else.
Yes, yeah, isn't that is a remarkable experience. It's like you could step out of yourself for a period of time.
Yes, and it's like in the early years before I moved here, I mentioned one of the volunteer things I did was with UCLA, the law department. They needed volunteers for their trials for the up-and-coming attorneys to be. So they would have trials so they could practice. And I found out about it, and so I signed up to be a volunteer, and I was part of a group of seniors, 400 seniors. We did the scripts for the trials. And so I would drive to UCLA. I did it at least once a month. And it was so interesting to meet all these people from various walks of life. And they gave us a big party every year. And we would get a script. They would send us what the schedule of trials were going to be. And we could sign up for whatever trial we wanted to be part of. And then sign up which side of the trial we wanted to be on. And then 2 weeks before, they sent you a script that you had to memorize.
So that brings up a question somewhat personal for me, which is there a way to memorize a script?
Well, I don't know if there's a set way. What I used to do is I used to put them on tapes. And when I'd be driving, which was a lot, I'd have them going in my car.
Oh.
That was one of the ways, because I felt that was time, spending so much time in a car driving, make use of it.
Yes, yes.
And so a lot of my stuff I put on tapes, and that's how I would learn to memorize a lot. Otherwise, it's, you know, sitting wherever you are and going over the script over and over again.
Yes.
It's not easy.
It's not easy. I know.
But that's what I did. I had my car. I would have them going.
Yes.
And that was very helpful for me personally.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a great idea. So among the many things you've done is you are or have been a numerologist.
Yes.
Okay. And what is that?
Well, numerology, actually, I never knew about it before, and it was the beginning of mathematics after reading thoroughly about it. And I just happened to meet a woman when I lived in Marina del Rey. She was a numerologist amongst all the other things she was. And I learned that you could take the numbers from 1 to 9. Every letter of the alphabet has a number attached to it.
So would it be A is 1?
A is 1, that's exactly it. When you get to the 9th one, it starts with 1 again. So every letter has a number attached. Your birthday has numbers attached, and the year you were born. So you take a person's birth date, the year they were born, and every letter of their name, and you take all these numbers and you put them together. And we have lists what each number represents. And you can make a chart for many, many years for this person, which of the years to make major changes, don't accept things during certain time periods. That's why a lot of times we make mistakes, because we've done it at the wrong time in our life. So, and every letter of our name, well, it tells what we'd be good at, whether we're going to be an athlete or whether we're going to be a pianist.
Interesting.
Whether you follow that is a different story.
Yes, yes.
And if you haven't, but if you know it ahead of time, it's wonderful to work in that direction.
Yes.
So it's multi-faceted, and it's hard to do.
I would imagine it would take time.
It's hard. It takes hours and hours and hours to plan somebody's event.
Yes.
But you can take a person, ask them what their birthday is. You can do a little teeny thing on their birthday. day. And if their birthday, well, I'm a 12. A 12 becomes a 3 because you put two numbers together. 3s are the people persons. They're the people that want to get out and plan events for people, get people together doing things, and it's me, my 3. So 1, if it turns out to be a 1.
So the day of your birth, is that what?
The day.
So I'm 11.
So 11. Well, I can tell you right now, 11s and 22s are the master numbers.
Ooh.
You can do anything you want to do, and you will be good at everything you do.
Oh, my goodness.
But an 11 is a 2. And 2s, they like to be with other people doing things usually. They like companionship. They're not usually people that want to go alone to do a lot of lone things. Now, I don't know if that's you, but that's what 2s are. But
Yes.
11s and 22s are the master numbers, and you could do anything that you wanted to do with that number.
Well, thanks.
And
I'm
encouraged. And you would be very good at it. Be very good at it.
So what if a person changes their name? How does that affect the numerology?
It doesn't make any difference because it's what you're given at birth.
I see.
It's your birth name, your exact birth name. First, middle, last, whatever. You take all those numbers and put them together. But it's always what's given to you.
Wow.
So you can change it as many times as you want, but you're going to be what the first part was.
Very, very interesting.
It's quite an interesting and quite, as I said, quite difficult to study and to work, but it's amazing. I met some amazing people through it.
Yes.
we had a group of 12 of us that took lessons from this one woman.
And you said one of those women is here at the Woods.
One of the women that was in my class, she lives in Laguna Woods.
Yeah. Little coincidences.
Very coincidental. Yes.
So before we wrap up, one last question. What advice would you give to someone who's thinking about volunteering?
Well, there are so many things to help with. I mean, we need volunteers because we need help. And organizations and things that need volunteers, they can't always afford to pay for that work that's needed. And I think it's nice if you're interested in that particular thing that you're going to volunteer at. But I don't know, I just feel volunteering, it's giving of yourself, and I think you return. The returns are wonderful.
Yes.
One of the things I experimented with that I had never done in my life was poetry. I was always a musical person. So that was an experiment for me, and it was because of the loss of my husband. And I just felt it was something that I had to get out of me.
Okay, why don't you read it and
put it on? Well, I don't have to read the exact poem, but I just want to say that's what started me writing. I would sit down, it's like the words just came through my body onto the paper. And then I wrote just 6 of them. I took a class in Santa Monica, creative writing, to help me. And in Washington, D.C., they have, every so often, they have a contest, the Poets Society, to select a poem to put in their archives. And mine was selected that particular year to put in their archives, and I got this award of recognition. And it happened to be the poem that I wrote about losing my husband and how I had to make myself go on and be a person to continue living and continue with life.
And it takes years.
Yes.
It takes years. And you never really forget that person that you love.
No, absolutely not.
Okay, well, this concludes the first episode of Discussions with Dianna, brought to you by the Publishing Club of Laguna Woods. Why the change? Well, Discussions with Dianna will have a broader focus than Right on Track. I will not only feature authors, but also people who make a significant contribution to Laguna Woods Village. Also, important information on timely topics and information intended to contribute to the well-being of Laguna Woods residents. The broadcasting times remain the same. right here on TV6, Mondays at 10:30 a.m. and Thursdays at 4:30 p.m. Thanks to our guest, Loretta Shepard, and to the staff here at TV6.
Thank you for having me.
Oh.